There was a day I was moving aggressively to my room. I jammed the door, locked my room, took this shelters, like this insecticides, like in this mosquito spray. I shook it violently. I was just spraying it out, like in my room. People were banging at my door, like if I open the door, if I open the door, and I was just spraying it out. I was trying to inhale it because I was so angry that day. Like people were just shouting at me, like, "What are you doing? Are you crazy? Are you crazy?" And I was just spraying it aggressively, just inhaling these things. That's how angry I was that day. Few minutes, I started to feel like I'm gonna die because I was trying to cough violently. People used to hear me like coughing very loud. They were just banging the door, and that's when I realized that I'm gonna kill myself. I opened the door and I ran outside. Like you realize how much I was angry, how much rage and anger I had. And now when you see me nowadays, I'm not the same person anymore. I'm smiling a lot these days. I'm happy. I'm like before you be able to get me angry is a long time. But although there are some things like last month I think I became angry like almost a year. Like I haven't been angry for almost a year, and right now I didn't like. I think I don't know. So it was this month I became angry for the first time. There are certain things like anger is not just gonna go away from you. Okay, you just have to channel it to a different thing and just store it there. Then you look at the Prophet Sallallahu. It wasn't that he was completely not angry and everything. Like you see him smiling every single day. Like he's happy with his people. Although there are occasions that he was angry, but it would be like he will not act upon the anger. That's the thing. The days he will be angry is when you oppress someone or maybe you go against the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's when he will get angry because he channel all the anger into those things. And there was a day I was speaking to one of my friends. I was telling him like I can help him fix his anger issues. And I was just thinking like how can I help someone, because it wasn't that I was actively trying to fix my anger issues. It just happened to me. And I figured out there are two things actually. The first one is awareness. The second one is actually fixing it. So how can you just be aware of it? Because most of the time you get angry, okay? You don't even realize that you're doing certain things, and then you reach out or you slap someone or you do something bad. A few minutes you start to regret. The thing is that your awareness is like a muscle, I would say, like a muscle in your brain. Like almost everything these days is like a muscle. Train your awareness. When these kind of things happen, just try to be aware of the things that's happening actively. Just let's say, for example, you are angry. Try to remember, okay, I'm angry now. Just keep remembering it. That's how you be aware. And when you're aware, that is how you start to fix. Like you cannot just fix something that you're not aware of. Okay. First of all, you have to be aware that you are angry. That you are angry, and also be aware of the things that make you angry. Okay. That's the first thing. The second thing is actually fixing it. And based on my journey, actually, there are about 3 things that I think are the biggest things that help me with my anger issues. I would list it out and then I would explain one by one. Debates, overlook, and also meditation. The first one, debates. When I was in secondary school, I usually used to engage in a lot of debates, partly because it was fun for me. And I like arguing with kind of people, like bringing up proofs and everything. When you're debating someone, especially with someone like not, although in the academic space, like the debate is not fierce debate, like angry debate, no. When you're debating someone or when you're arguing with someone, that is when you get the most amount of rage, because sometimes you might be right completely and then someone might be disagreeing with you. And I used to be like argue with my friend a lot. I think 2023. Like this is the answer, okay? He will not accept the answer, and when he brings his answer, he will not accept the answer. That's so we'll just be arguing for hours, like at nights, and I will go back home angry. He will go back home angry, and then we'll meet again the next day. And this kind of things, like at first it was paining me, like it used to hurt me, okay? But I was learning to push myself, like learning to kind of, it's a little bit brutal, I would say, but taking in the anger, okay? Normalizing myself by getting angry, because you probably train this muscle of, or you become the kind of person that when you get angry, you just rage out and everything. So try to do the reverse of this thing. When you get angry, stop yourself, okay? That's the thing you have to train when you are in arguing. Don't argue so much to the point that you start to slap a person or something like that. No. When you get angry, that's the point that you just want you to get a little bit angry so that you'll be able to control yourself, okay? I know it might feel like it's not impossible, like Irfan doesn't know my journey. Like I tried to kill myself, but now I'm telling you, like, so just implement it. I don't even think about, just implement it. Try to calm yourself down. Actively try to calm yourself down. How can you calm yourself down? There are, I think, there's just the 2 ways to be able to calm yourself down with it. Because the second thing I said is overlooking. Sometimes I just overlook certain things, like because I know, like when I think about it, I'm just gonna get angry. Sometimes when I'm angry, I'm just like, this person doesn't even know what he's talking about, and it's just trying to make me angry. Let me just think about something else. Okay? When you overlook certain things, for example, like you'll be thinking like this person is a young person, like there is no point in me arguing with that person. You just lose my I will just lose my respect. So try to overlook the situation. When you're really angry, like at your top, highest anger, And I said, although there's an advice the Prophet gave, which is try to pour water on your face. Oh, God, I'm sweating out. He says that when try to do ablution. When you're angry, try to do ablution. Because or sometimes when you're angry, just sit down. And even like scientific study says that if you wash your face or something like that. So just it's not that don't get angry. Like you can't get angry. Like there are certain things you cannot control. But when you get angry, try to calm yourself down by overlooking certain things. The third thing that helped me is the meditation. And I'm not trying to sound like a Hindu or something, but meditation for some reason it's like it have a negative image in the Muslim space. Okay, so even if you're not gonna meditate, just inhale in, take a breath out, because doing this thing is kind of calms the nervous system down. But the problem is that if, for example, you're in a fierce argument, like come on, you're just shouting like this, and then instantly you be like instantly that person will try to like, because he will start to get insecure. And like the worst thing I hate is when I'm like deep in meditation and someone will be like, this first thing I'll be like, come on, this kind of things that you can't understand. Like, so sometimes like that's how people is. If you cannot control yourself in that moment, just try to leave that place. Try to as much as you can to leave that place as fast as possible. Because if you don't, you might end up doing something you regret, which is in the first place. So and I'm lucky enough to fix this kind of problem. Alhamdulillah. If not, I would have grown with this. I would have been like maybe 60, 70 years of age and having this kind of grumpiness and everything. And I was able to fix it. So, like, there's a chance for you. Like, I've been so like suicidal, but now I'm completely peaceful. Like, I'm not saying like I don't get angry. Like, I get angry, but not on normal things. Like, it will take me a long time before I get angry. So, these are things. So try as much as you can. Okay, is like I don't know your age right now. You probably maybe 20 years of age, less than that, maybe more than that. And it's a long time if you've been having this kind of anger issues. So you have to just reduce it as much as you can. Try to reduce it slowly, slowly, slowly before you know it, or remove everything. I promise you, it's possible. Like just try it. It's possible. And other than that, I would like to end there with humble quotes. Too much attention makes a donkey think he's a lion. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.